Okay, so I'm going to be recording the weekly with the engineer this time. I'm going to be including this with the 0 to 30 count, since obviously I'm using the engineer, and why not make use of the weekly as well. So I decided that I wanted to try it out, and I was actually able, surprisingly. You don't have to be level 25 or 26 to do Hell on Earth. You could actually do it pretty early on if you already have the weapons built, which is pretty nice. Um, what I ended up finding out, well, for me particularly, like I prefer to use the G33. Because I actually did manage to max out the ninja class. I didn't record it because I was just kind of messing around with Hell on Earth with him, with just the ninja perk itself. And obviously, it was actually pretty fun running the ninja, but I kind of feel that the cut damage increase isn't really worth it, or the range damage increase isn't worth it, because it's very specific on cut damage. But it was actually pretty doable without having that limitation to myself. And so, for that to work out pretty well, I was actually surprised. I wasn't very like, oh, this is gonna work 100%, because I'm still getting some tweaks in it here and there, and it's surprisingly the G33 is probably my favorite all-rounder, because it covers most of the other perks besides ninja, because there's no cut damage for the grenade launcher. But it's still a good all-rounder, and it's not bad. I mean, how I have my G33 modded, it's not, I would say it's conventional, because you don't, like, the G33 is a pretty powerful weapon by itself, and it could stand on its own, even against, like,
Well, here goes
you know,
nothing.
bigger Zeds, so, but I primarily do, I mean, it's been a while since, like, I actually did, like, mess with the grenade launcher as much, but using it with the other perks was very needed, since some perks don't really have that much great of an AoE or wave clear, essentially. So, like, I would say, like, sharpshooter, right? Sharpshooter is good for single targets, but not, like, multi-targets, besides when they have their,
Armor locker unlocked.
their gadget up. And really, it's not, you're most of the time on Hell on Earth, you have to be able to train or kite all of the Zeds anyways, because it's more of a necessity than a want, since you can't just stand in one spot and then just, oh, I can snipe all of them all in one go, they can't reach me. And because now that range attacks exist, it's more of, you gotta kite and hope that they're not going to surround you. And plus, there's not that many spots to even hold out in anyways. That isn't like a one-way. I'm not too sure on how I'm gonna go about it yet, because I do have a lot of the G33s already, like, ammo types already maxed out. Besides, obviously, there's no force damage ammo type or upgrade for the G33, so I went with the fire rate for it. And the fire rate's not too bad. For as long as I've been playing KF3 so far, I didn't realize that the alt fire on the G33 is actually really useful. Because there were times where I did manage to, like, damage myself to the point where, like, I have to heal myself. And it was not fun, because I lost a lot of runs due to the G33 self-damage, since obviously, like, I think the best perk to really try it on was the ninja, because obviously you have a lot of, like, close quarters, and you have to worry about a bunch of other factors that happens while you're going through it. And so for me, I was very cautious about when or how I used the weapon. I used it with the firebug recently, and my firebug was level 18 when I was testing out, like, if I was capable of running just the G33 on Hell on Earth with a low level perk. which 18 is kind of like pretty early just to jump into Hell on Earth anyways. And honestly, it surprisingly, like, if I wasn't playing like a goofball, like, it's possible, but it's a lot of time that you wanted to,
Just reloading.
it's just time that you would have to put into for it to really work out well. Oh, okay, well, I'm getting attacked here. Wait, I think, is it less healing? I think it's less healing. I'm not too sure. It takes care of waves faster for you. You don't have to worry about, like, all your shots missing, and it's a good, like, AoE. And I feel like that's what for me, that is. I don't know about other people, but, like, I think it's a good alternative for the Vulcan. Because, like I said, I'm not going to be using the Vulcan for this run, because I feel like it's just a bit of a cheap way to, like, oh yeah, I could easily run Hell on Earth with just the Vulcan, you know? There's no real challenge to that. And I'm not really looking forward to, you know, relying on just one gun when, you know, there's still, like, good guns out there. Like, obviously for me, like, I'm an advocate for the G33 because it's just a fun grenade launcher that's more noticeable in terms of, like, self-damage and all that. Like that, I think. But even then, the self-damage is kind of something to note when using it, since it's very plausible that you could easily down yourself with it. But yeah, I mean, for me, I usually ran Acid with the Ninja class, and then well, Acid in general is a good one against, like, Skrakes and Flush Pounds, because it takes care of their... Well, it takes care of the Skrakes' grapple hook, which is something that's very, very useful to get rid of early on, compared to the Flush Pounds' arms. It's like, you know, you either lose one... They lose either one of their arms, or they lose both of them, but usually it's just one with Acid rounds. But I'm not too worried about it, because I do want to kind of build up the... Like, I'll probably do one attempt with Hell on Earth with the Engineer once I hit level 20. Since I feel like that's a good spot to at least go for it, since the Firebug itself was very, like... It was a lot of trial and error running the Firebug with the grenade launcher, since it does do ground fire. It applies ground fire as well, which is useful if you're running, like, the healing, ground fire, and all of that noise. Honestly, my plan for Hell on Earth is just primarily, I do want to try and go through each map, hopefully going through each map with all of the perks. I mean, I already did it with the Commando, but going through all of them with the other perks would be very interesting, but I do want to hit at least max level for all of them. Because I feel like it'll feel more noteworthy for me in terms of, like, yeah, I got all the perks maxed out, but I mean... I feel like they all just play the same anyways, since most of my time is, like, first I get, you know, first spawn in, I have the primary. Then after the primary, I go for a different type of weapon that's, like, more powerful or more useful. And then I switch to the G33 by wave 3. Because by then I should have a decent amount of setup, and I should probably be able to get, like, the flow of everything as well. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know how long I'm going to be doing all of this, because honestly, I feel like it was pretty cool that doing Hell on Earth at level 18 was pretty fun by itself. Challenging, but fun. Since, I'll be completely honest, KF2, it took me a long time to get comfortable playing it normally on Hell on Earth, and then... But I do say, though, I feel like the mods are the primary reason why Hell on Earth is possible early on, but obviously with newer people, it's not going to be, like, super easy to do Hell on Earth right off the bat. So I think for me, the primary reason why I do want to do this series more, or with the Engineer, since because one, I never really played the Engineer perk at all, and two, do kind of want to see how long it will actually take if you actually play the game. Obviously, for me, the rough estimate that I think it's like 30 hours, but at the moment I'm already halfway through and I've only been playing for 2 hours on hard. Obviously, for on normal, probably increase that to like maybe like 3 hours, maybe 4, depending on what you're doing. But yeah, I mean, so far I believe I'm making good progress just by itself with just running around. I wish I would, you know, have like normal weapons to kind of, you know, first playing, but obviously weapon mods definitely help a lot. Obviously, I feel like right now, like, it's in a good state since I've played this game 3 times in a row already, and I haven't really had like any crashes or anything like that, which is good. So hopefully once the new update comes out though, all of the issues, well, not all of the issues, but hopefully it has a smooth launch, at least for the new update that's coming in the fall. Versatility, because I feel like that's the only thing that's kind of drawing this back, because I feel like weapons are good. I feel like some weapons do a lot better than others, obviously. Like, commando weapons, my main gripe is just primarily the knights. The LMG, I don't remember it. That's how irrelevant it is to me. Like, the LMG has been like the back burner of like the commando because no one's using it. I mean, I've seen some people use it, but I feel like it's not worth being called a tier 4 weapon compared to like the Ifrit. But yeah, so this will count as for the 0230 engineer, but I just wanted to get this out of the way because I've been eyeing it, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it with the engineer or just do it by myself, or with a different perk without recording. But yeah, I mean, how much XP did we get? I didn't even pay attention. Distance sight engineer. Oh yeah, we're level 16. Oh yeah, so we got like 2,000 from the weekly. That's good to know. Roughly 2,000. If you reduce these 3, we probably got like 300 XP from that. So like, yeah, it'll still be close to like 2,000. But yeah, so that was the weekly. Wasn't too bad. It was the same one like 2 weeks ago. So hopefully there's something new. Hopefully they may come out with a new one, but we'll see.